begin. Today is this is a great topic. People have a lot of questions, and I think not everybody understands fully the difference of being in network compared to being out of network. What are the advantages of being in network? What are the advantages of being out of network? And what are the disadvantages of both? So we're going to discuss. Okay, I hope everyone can hear me. We are about to begin, and as I was saying, this is a great topic, and also a topic of much discussion. Do you want to be in network? Do you want to go out of network? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of both? So let's start discussing that now. So first of all, let's talk about being in network and what that means. Um, it used to be in the olden days, you would join an in-network, you become an in-network provider where your patients would find you in an insurance book. No, these books don't exist anymore. Now they go online and they see who's participating within their network. And those are the only doctors that their insurance would cover. So they found you. They would come into your office. And in exchange for being in this book or have the patient have an accessibility to you, you sign a contract with the insurance company to accept a lower fee, a capitated rate, as they call it. It's an in-network contracted rate. So unfortunately, that rate is much reduced than you would get if you were out of network. Um, but like I said, there are advantages. However, flash forward to today. Now, and so when you were in network, all the patient was responsible for financially to your office was the copayment. So, co-payments were $5, $10. They started to climb throughout the year. So now it's typical. An in-network specialist co-payment is $40 or $50, at least in my state. So I know a lot of chiropractors that are charging $40 or $50 as a cash rate. So really, in essence, in-network patient is a cash patient to you. And also, you have to learn, as hopefully you listened to previous webinars where I spoke about how to close financially patients, in-network and out of network. So, for the in-network patients, got a $20 deductible, and you're recommending 20 visits, you want to get $400 out of the patient for their financial contribution. So being in-network, though, now doesn't have as much benefit, and I'll tell you why. Well, now in-network HMOs, in-network patients have in-network deductibles. Never before have you seen this. It used to be only out-of-network patients had deductibles. Now in-network patients have deductibles, and they're not small. I mean, $1,000, $1,500. So either way, you got to learn how to be able to accept cash, because that is where you're getting most of your payment these days, and reimbursement. There is a financial contribution necessary of the patient. Now, the capitated rate that you agree to get when you are an in-network provider, we're going to review that. We're going to look at the different codes that you are more than likely billing in your office, and we can compare the reimbursement, and we hopefully help you to decide whether you want to go in or out of network. Now, there's also some disadvantages to going in network, and one is the capitated rate for sure, and you'll see that in a second. But there's also some other disadvantages. When you sign that contract, which is a lengthy contract, and it's an agreement with the insurance company, you represent them, but they also have complete ownership of that relationship, meaning you give up and forfeit your right for any legal action that you may deem as unnecessary or wrong. So if they decide not to pay something, then they have ultimate word. If you can appeal, but then if you get denied, they have ultimate word. If they do an audit on you and say they want money back, they can just take it back or take it out of future payments. And you don't have the right to fight because of the contract that you signed. So it's really like signing a deal with the devil. And again, in days past, years ago, the advantage was being in that book. And getting patients, and you still, I guess, are getting patients. You'll have to ask in-network providers, colleagues of mine, if they're still getting a lot of patients from being in network and people finding them through the network. I would assume so. I don't know. I've been out of network. Now, out of network used to be much more difficult for docs, especially, used to be that going in network was the easy way out because patients came your way, so you didn't have to focus so much on marketing. And you didn't have to worry so much about finances because the copay was low, the patient knew they had it, and the insurance company was paying you. So the doctor didn't really have to confront when dealing with patients about finances, and didn't really have to go out and really ramp it up with marketing. So out of network was not very attractive to a lot of docs. What is attractive about being out of network is you do not have a contract with the insurance company. You can bill for your fees, whatever you see fit. Now, obviously you don't bill $1,000 for a chiropractic adjustment because there's usual and customary UCR is what the insurance company is going to pay, or reasonable and customary. So maybe they find that an adjustment, and we're going to find out in a second, out of network is, reimbursable at a rate of $140, which I think it is out of network. You don't want to bill $300 because the rest is uncollectible and you have to get it from the patient. So, but we'll talk about that in a second. So there's advantages to being in network because the reimbursement is much better than being in network. And again, we'll see evidence of that in a second. But the disadvantage is that you have deductibles. And now, yes, there are in-network deductibles, which get kind of pricey. But for just basic insurance out of network, you're going to be looking at a $1,500 deductible, I would say, on average in the state of New Jersey. Now, we also have a plan in New Jersey that's a dinosaur. The teachers here have out-of-network coverage with only $100 deductible. So, of course, that's a gold mine, and I know that that's really good in Chicago or Illinois, rather, that's similar insurance there, and Minnesota. But I don't know how it is where you are. But if you're in the state of New Jersey, teachers, and you're out-of-network, teachers are a home run. So what are the disadvantages? You're not in any book. You have to go out and get the patients and drive them in. And there's a stigma with being out of network. The patients kind of give you the stink eye when you tell them that you're out of network. But, if you have the handle on how to explain to them that it's not much different than going out of network. And again, that goes back to my consult webinars. So go back and listen to them, how I handle that. But it's not much different than going in network. And a lot of the patients who have out-of-network deductibles also have in-network deductibles. If they don't, I could still show them how we're going to save them money by having them come to my integrated practice, because they would have to pay multiple co-payments to see all the providers in network, and where we only charge one. But either way, there's ways to overcome it. But you have to go out and drive your patients in. They're not coming in from any network where they've been referred to you and they know that their insurance covers. They may have in-network benefits, and you have to get them past that stigma of going out of network. Why would I pay more to come out of network? It's a little bit more difficult, but I'm going to show you that on the EOBs, it's definitely worth your while if you can overcome these barriers. So if you're good at driving in patients, and you have high confront and can speak to patients and have them understand the value of your service and have them pay out of pocket, out of network is the way to be and way to go. So let's go ahead and so that's the explanation between the difference between in-network and out-of-network. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that are fine points about that, but really no. No, you're either in network or you're out. So let's look at the comparisons now. Let's go to the EOBs. This is an in-network EOB. This is Horizon, Blue Cross Blue Shield EOB. So what we're billing for here you can see on 2/7, this is a recent EOB just from last month. This is a 99213. So what that is that's an exam code, an E&M code. I'm not sure if this patient here, I don't believe they do. I'm sorry, this doctor. This doctor here doesn't have a medical professional, so they probably did a reeval on the patient that day, and that's their appropriate code for doing the reevaluation, the 99213. And they put the appropriate modifier on that of 25 to let them know that that exam was separate than the treatment for the day. So then the doc performed an adjustment, 2 to 3 levels, then an extremity adjustment. You can see what they bill is $50 for the adjustment, $49 for the extremity adjustment. They did manual therapy, 97140, put the appropriate modifier on that 59. So basically, to get that reimbursed and to document this properly, you have to make sure that the manual therapy that was applied was to a different area than the spine, or to a specific area and the reason why. Because otherwise they'll bundle it in with the adjustment. And then the patient also got STEM 97014, which was billed at $25. So overall, the patient was billed $234 for the visit. Again, that includes a $75 exam. And the patient and the doc was reimbursed. Hold on a second, I can't see. You know what? Here we go. $63.05. $21 on the exam, $0 on the adjustment. Look at this, but they got paid on the extremity. So you know that that's a mistake. So you got to go to Y502. This is a provider write-off. You have a contractual obligation under Medicare. Under Medicare. Okay, gotcha. Under Medicare. Okay, so basically what this says here is that this patient is a Medicare patient, and the insurance here is secondary insurance. The Blue Cross Blue Shield is secondary and Medicare is primary. So they're saying that this adjustment falls under the number of visits allowed under Medicare for the year and should have been paid by Medicare but Blue Cross Blue Shield is not. So on another EOB, the doc probably got paid on this adjustment. Now, here's the interesting part. Medicare does not pay for extremities. Does not. But guess what? Blue Cross Blue Shield does. So what you do, and I don't know if you know this, doc, if you have a Medicare patient who's primary, you don't not bill the extremity if the patient has a medical necessity for it. You bill it, especially if the patient has secondary insurance. If not, then you want to sign an ABM form. You want to have an ABN form signed for all Medicare patients anyway. And then you can bill them for the extremity adjustment. You can package that as a cash service. They'll pay for it, especially if you do good extremity work. By the way, Dr. Mitch Malley is an extremity instructor internationally. This guy is amazing, and I just had a seminar with him myself. I'm going to bring him to some of the seminars as a guest speaker if I can get him. Maybe I can get him by video so he can at least talk and show you some things, but guy's amazing. Anyway, so this extremity adjustment is paid by the secondary insurance, and huge payment of $1,587. Then the 97140 is the manual therapy that was billed at $35. That's paid at $18.90. Now, all this is getting paid by the secondary insurance because, by the way, Medicare doesn't cover for physical therapy modalities under a chiropractor, but they do under Blue Cross Blue Shield. So this doc was smart, and he was able to. Patient had medical necessity, he performed it on him. So the $234, they got paid $63.05, and of course, maybe Medicare contributed towards this $50 charge. We have to look on it. Medicare EOB to see what happened there. $234, and we got the $63 payment. So here's another day of service. This is the 2 days afterwards. Previous was 2/7. This is 2/9. So again, we bill the adjustment. No re-exam today, obviously. It's 2 days later. So we billed the adjustment, we billed the extremity adjustment. This time, look, the adjustment got paid. So I would have my billing department call on this and double check. One, check the system. If you do, this is why you should try to do your billing internally if you can. If not, you had a real good billing company like I do. They would be on this because they would immediately check in the system to see if a Medicare payment was applied or posted for that data service, for that specific service. Line item by line item you post, so you know what you're getting paid for. So I don't like the fact that wasn't. I'm sorry, the adjustment. I'm sorry, I don't like that adjustment wasn't paid there. That Y502 over here, I don't like it. So I'd look into that. My billing department would make a phone call, or or at least first check to see if it posted. If nothing posted, they're calling Medicare. Find out what happened there. They're gonna call Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then they'll call Medicare. So anyway, here we are back at the 98941, $50, got paid $17.30. 98943, $49, $15.87 again. The manual therapy at $35 at $18.90, and this total bill was $159, and they got paid $59 bucks. Wrote off $100. So $63 for the first payment, first data service, and $59 for the second data service. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our next attachment here. This is also an in-network patient. 98941, nothing paid here. This was denied. Now, the reason why this was denied is because the services by a provider who does not participate with us or the members plan network are covered unless the services of the non-participating provider are pre-certified. So you don't know what the heck is going on here. So I bring this up, and I see that maybe so the AT, that's a modifier for Medicare. So I don't know what's going on here. I bring this up, and I bring it to your attention only because we're talking about being in network and out of network. One of the advantages you would think of going in network is to not have to deal with this nonsense. You would think that if you're contracted doc and you know what the covered services are, when you bill them, that you get paid properly. Now, this might be a billing error on our side. This is not mine, actually. On this doctor's side, with the AT modifier, maybe they meant for that to go to Medicare, and Blue Cross Blue Shield is just making them jump through another hoop. I just Aetna, really. Because they don't like the AT, and that's just a phone call. But, a lot of docs won't call on this. And if you don't call on that, you don't get paid. So the insurance company knows that. So just making you jump. They're saying the services by a provider who does not participate with us. And now they're saying you're not in network. Or the members' plans network are not covered unless the services of the non-participating provider are pre-certified. So maybe the doc who provided this within their network is not certified, and it's a credentialing issue, meaning that in this doc's office, he's got an associate doc, and that doc billed for this under his name, but he's not matched up to the tax ID properly, and he's not credentialed, and he doesn't seem to be in network, even though the tax ID is in network. So either way, this is a phone call. This is a phone call. And this is how you read an EOB. And you guys, docs, ladies and gentlemen, everybody needs to look at their reimbursement. This is how you get paid. So you need to know how to read these. Very, very important. So that's in network. Oh my gosh. I almost hit the wrong button and hung up on everybody again. Gosh, I am so not technical. I got tech problems. Okay. So these now are out of network EOBs, okay? So you know what? I'm going to come back to this one. Don't look. Let's do this one. Okay. So here's an adjustment. This is plain and simple. 98941. We bill $95 for that, okay, as opposed to the $50 in the in-network. Now, we can bill whatever we want. It's how much the insurance company is going to say is reasonable and customary. And in this case, they said that $85 of it is reasonable and customary. No, not payable. I'm sorry. About $80. $14.25 was not allowed of the 95. So what is that? I'm not that quick. 95 minus 14.25. 80.75 was allowed. And of that, oh, it's right there in front of me, Raj, of course. And then the copay amount is the patient's contributive amount, which is, in this case, 10 of the 95. I don't know what that is because we're not in network, we're out of network. So it's a co-insurance, which is probably 20% of the balance, which is $19. So I don't know why it's just the $10. Anyway, $75 I got paid on that for a $95 charge. That was more than the other doc got paid in network for all the services performed. The adjustment, the extra spinal, the manual therapy, the stim, the exam. He got paid $60 and change. So I got paid $70 just for the adjustment. So, oh, by the way, these are mine. I'm out of network, so I was able to show you mine. So here's now a 97140, the manual therapy, again with a 59 modifier on it. We billed, that was two units we billed, so $230. I guess we bill $115 a unit. The 97014 we bill $80 for the stem. Not payable. $81 of the $230. So 230 divided by 2, we're billing $115 a unit of that, or actually 230 minus the 81.65. So 148 divided by 2, we got paid $74. Or $74 was allowed, yes, for each unit. So we got paid $138 for this manual therapy of 2 units. By the way, this is the same date. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, but it could. It just doesn't show in the EOB. This could be the same date of service as the adjustment where I got paid $70 on. Now for the physical therapy modalities, and by the way, in New Jersey, like in many states, the chiropractor is able to bill for the physical therapy 9-7 codes and get reimbursed. We have a physical therapist, so I don't know if and we do perform physical therapy modalities under with our chiropractors as well. So I'm not sure whether or not the chiropractor or the physical therapist perform these services, but either way, it's the same bill, it's the same reimbursement. So for some reason we get paid on the stim here, so I'd have to look and see why. Oh, I know why. I looked at it earlier. It said that we billed too many modalities. So I think the patient is allowed, is this Blue Cross or Aetna? This is Aetna. So Aetna allows you to bill 4 modalities, and the adjustment is included as one. Excuse me. So you have to know this, docs, with your own insurance companies, and the way you learn this is by looking at the EOB. By the way, here is, now that's remark 1. Where's remark 2? Maybe on the next page. I'll show that to you in a second. But I know because I looked at it, the remark, so they give you the remarks. Well, why was it denied? So this one was 1, but for this one was covered. So I want to, and basically what 1 says is that it's only paid as per allowed amount, UCR. The 2, though, they say is that you bill too many modalities. So for Aetna, you're allowed to bill 4 with the adjustment counting as 1. The extra spinal also counts as 1, so look at that. But with Blue Cross Blue Shield in our state, and I think most, they allow you to bill 3 modalities, not 4, 3 modalities, but they allow you to bill multiple units within those 3 modalities, which are timed. So in other words, you can bill 2 units. You saw that we did of the 97140 right here. So for Blue Cross Blue Shield, you learn how to maximize your billing where medical necessity allows and time. by increasing the amount of units of modalities you can do. So again, only 3 modalities for Blue Cross Blue Shield, but multiple units. Aetna, 4 modalities, no multiple units. No multiple units. So 4 straight. So you got to know that. And more importantly, your rehab department, whether it be Chiro or PT, needs to know that as well, because you don't want to overbill the patient. Obviously, you don't want to overprescribe either. You want to prescribe as medically necessary, but knowing the limitations of the insurance company and how and what the plan pays for, you're able to maximize profitability and care that the patient may need. So it's important to know. Okay, so let's move on. I got a couple other EOBs for you here. Let's see, is this the one I just did? No. Yeah, it is. Let's go to this one. Okay, so what we got here, Garden State Spine, this is us again, out of network. Here are the therapy codes, a 97110, 97110. Now, this was the same date as the previous EOB we were looking at, so this is a continuation. And now we get the number 2 I was telling you. More than 4 interventions during the same treatment session are not considered reasonable. So again, we overbilled this patient. We billed the patient $560, but really we billed too many modalities. Again, I told you, you're only allowed 4 total. So here's 1, 2, 3. We billed 3 units of 97110 at $125 a piece. And on the previous EOB, we billed the 97140 times 2. So that's now 5 units. And we had billed the 97014, and that's why they denied it. And they're also they paid this. So what they didn't do is they didn't address one of the 97110. See the 2 here, they just took them out, and they only counted the 1 at the 125 and paid it at $106. But listen, I'm not complaining. I will talk to my staff about overbilling. We don't want to do that because of the $560, only 324 was collectible. So really, 324 was going to be collectible because they omitted modalities. We could save the patient time, and we can save our billing collection department agony because there's money that's uncollectible here billed. Now, if the patient needed it, and the physical therapist overrides, or the Chiro says, listen, they need the additional 2 units today. So if that happens, then there's nothing the billing and collection department can say. Doctor overrides. However, the billing department doesn't have a problem with that. What the billing department does have a problem with is when the doctor does it blindly, not knowing. So that's the workings of a fine-tuned, well-oiled machine that hopefully I just shed some light on and can help you guys out with. Reading EOBs is important. It tells you how your practice is running. And you can see, I just picked out that we overbilled this patient. And I would have to ask my physical therapist, hey, was this necessary? And, they might say yes. I'm like, right on. But if they're like, oh, shoot, I didn't realize that, doc. Yeah, well, listen, if you could shave time for the patient, you can keep them more engaged and more compliant overall in their treatment program. So that's what we're looking at. So going back to reimbursement, $560 billed for the day. Again, remember, this is continued from the previous page. And $324.87. Now, mind you, what we're looking at, because we bill under different providers, so you get different EOBs for the same day. So this is the PT reimbursement EOB on the day of 1/8. There is definitely a Chiro, like you saw on the previous one. It was mixed in. There was a Chiro payment, but we bill them on separate HCFAs or electronically separately because we bill per provider. So if we bill acupuncture, we bill to the acupuncturist. If we bill for medical services, it's under our medical doctor or our nurse practitioner. Chiro's under Chiro and PT's under PT. So $560, $324. I'm going to keep saying that because that's out-of-network reimbursement compared to there was a $59 charge and a payment, and a $69 payment for the two dates of service. So they got paid in network $128 for the same services over 2 days of service. $128. This is payment just for my physical therapy on 1 day of service out of network at $324. That's a difference of $196, and that's not the full day of service for me. That's just PT compared to the entire data service for. So here's my point, docs. It's time to break down the walls, come out of your comfort zone, go out there, get patients. Don't worry about being a network. Being a network is not like it was. There's very few advantages. You got in-network deductibles. You got to talk to the patient about cash anyway. It's best to make them take accountability for their care and pay out of pocket. They will do it. They just have to realize and understand why it's important and that you can help. So now here's the nail in the heart if you're in network and not integrated. Actually, in some cases, with a lot of insurance, you can get paid as a chiropractor. So what this is, these bills are for foot levelers. They're inserts, foot levelers. If you're a chiropractor, you're very familiar with them. If you're an acupuncturist, you may be too, because they're pretty popular in the alternative healthcare world. They work. I wear mine every day. You can get a scanner from them, and I don't know if they give the scanner for free. It's been a long time. But it's great because you can check and you can verify patients' insurance to see if they have coverage for foot levelers. Obviously, there's a need for most everybody to have orthotics or inserts is what these are. So here, we billed $833.25. So in addition to the foot levelers, we bill a 99213. That's a reeval. Or what that is a code for my nurse practitioner who probably fitted that patient for or delivered the foot levelers to the patient, presented them with them, explained to them how to use them, how to cut them up and put them into their shoes, explained to them that you want to break them in slowly, wear them for a half an hour to an hour at a time in the beginning, and slowly increase the amount of time you wear them until you get used to them. That's a visit. That takes time for my nurse practitioner, my professional, and that's billable. As you can see, we got paid $145 to instruct the patient how to use their foot levelers properly, and we got paid $590 for the foot levelers. So this would be gravy on top of a typical visit. This patient on this visit probably also got an adjustment. They got paid at the $78, probably got physical therapy on that day. They got paid on the $324. So $400 that day plus foot levelers, that's $1,000 visit. $1,000 visit, let's see, 1,000 divided by $59, which was the average pay for that in-network. You need to see the patient 16.9 times. 17 times you need to see the patient. Now here's the thing, docs. If your retention stinks, you don't even see the patient 17 times. So you know what? I can't be objective about being in network or being out of network. If I were, I wouldn't be doing you justice. I'm telling you, I ask you to ask yourself, what prevents you from going out of network? Oh, my patients will be so upset. Your patients should be paying your copay. And if they are, and coming in as often as you need to see them, those 19 visits, you're getting paid $50 from them, and then $50 or $59, 59 times 17, we're just using that as an example. That's $1,000 plus a $50 or $40 copay, I'll say, times the 17 visits, that's another $680. So that's $1,680. You know what? Why don't you take that up front and a $1,500 deductible? Take their copayment, knock it down to $10 a visit as opposed to $40. Charge it up front for 17 visits. It's at $170. So now you got $1,500 plus the $170. It's $1,670. It's the same thing as going in network, but your reimbursement's going to be much better. They're paying you the same amount of money. Now, here's the problem, docs. If you're in network and you're not accepting that $40 copay, which a lot of you aren't, you're really doing yourself an injustice, because now you can't even go to your patients and explain to them that the money that they're paying to see you for those 17 visits would be the same if you were at a network. And if you're not taking the $40 or $50 copayment that your patients have each time they come in, then they respect your service less. Maybe not you, but definitely your service. People respect what they pay for. And it's important that you hold them accountable. So you could see here the difference between going in network and out of network. The reimbursement is tremendous on the out of network side. The disadvantage of being out of network, you got to go get your own patients. You're not in any network where they're going to come looking for you. No one wants to go to an out of network provider. But the good thing is that now patients are so used to having to pay out of pocket and have financial contribution to their health care each year that if you can explain to them it's not much more or about the same or maybe even less to come see you for better care, then they're on board. You just have to learn how to do the talking. And again, that's in the previous webinars. So I hope that this was helpful. Reading an EOB, I hope you see, is very, very important for those of you that are not doing it. I hope that you begin. It tells you a lot about the efficiency of your practice, the care that you're providing, and of course your reimbursement. And you need to stay in touch with that on a daily basis. Not to mention, things change on a daily basis as well. The insurance companies, what they covered last week doesn't mean they covered this week. And you have to look for those mistakes. You have to help your billing and collection company identify them. So I look at them in addition to my collection company. So there's two sets of eyes. Sometimes you miss things, and I ask them to call on things. And you know what? They don't miss much, thank goodness. That's how I know they're good. But you got to keep them honest also. You got to stay on top of your billing company, because how do you know if they're doing a good job? This is how you know. And it'll be blaring. You know, you'll be looking at EOBs and things that you should be getting paid for, and you're not. And all of a sudden, you're gonna have questions. Do not trust everybody. Look at your EOBs. The insurance company's job is to not pay you. Most billing companies just pick up the low-hanging fruit. Anything that they need to work for, any hurdle that they need to jump over. If they're not calling you for documentation or notes, hey, I need to appeal this. You know, they might just be picking up the low-hanging fruit. That means how much fruit are they leaving on the vine? So you got to look at that as well, and you'll know that by looking at your EOBs. So are there any questions that I could take? I don't know if we can get this working. I think so. Anyone out there? Any questions? I know there's got to be questions on EOBs. Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think Eileen is just turning everybody on. You know what? As we turn on your microphone, if you don't have a question, put yourself on mute on your own phone.
Oh my Lord. Someone's trying to answer questions, but I don't know. Are they on a merry-go-round or something? It sounds like it. Jesus Christ.
Okay, there we go.
So, I think that we
Okay, who's
probably
got a question?
doing that, and as much as it is a pain in the neck for the patient, or they'll have to just treat at separate times, like treat the neck, and then, you know, if we're done treating the neck, then treat, you know, just because we're not getting paid for all of the treatment that we're doing.
And I think, you know, especially Medicare population, but I think prognosis and just overall improvement is better when you do one region at a time.
Yeah. Well,
Because
and
they're never going to do the home exercise.
And the patient, I think too, like it's easy to evaluate.
Okay.
Too. I think
Are there any questions for me? This is Dr. Raj. I'm sorry, I hear that there's a conversation going on, but I'm not sure they know that we're here. Are there any questions regarding being in or out of network?
That's policy. You boys going the other way.
Right, well, because in the past, you know.
Okay, very good. Thanks, everybody. We will be sending this webinar out to you, so you will have a copy of it with all the attachments. And stay tuned for next week. I'm not quite sure what our topic is going to be next week, but hopefully it'll be something of interest. And we will talk to you next week. Everybody have a great one. Take care now.
Thanks, Dr. Raj.